It's Head Bustin' Boxing. We are back in the house on another hot sunny day in the South. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump on in, make this quick, or as quick as possible. Had another great weekend of boxing. I mean, you know, I can come in and say that pretty much any week out of the year we should be ecstatic to be boxing fans at this time. Week after week, if we don't have some great fights, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. But anyway, speaking of a lot of stuff to talk about, this video is about the Rigondeaux fight. I'm just gonna jump out there and ask this question: is it time for Rigondeaux to step down? Is it time for him to retire? I did not like what I saw. And you know, I thought about doing this video yesterday, but I said no. Yesterday evening, that is, after the fight, I said no. I want to sit on it just for, you know, half a day, whatever, and think about what it is that I wanted to make the video about. Now, he was getting hit way too much. For him to be the defensive genius that he is, he got hit way too much, and he didn't get hit by somebody that was chasing him down. He didn't get hit by somebody that knew how to figure out angles to crack his defense. Because now let's remember, Rigondeaux has excellent defense, but it ain't like he's all legs. Like with Laura, and I'm starting to think the same thing about Laura too. With Laura, his legs play a lot into his defense. Rigondeaux not as much. Rigondeaux is more like a Floyd Mayweather, where he could use his legs, but even when he's in front of you, he's extremely hard to hit. Think about the Donaire fight. Think about that. He didn't exactly run from Donaire. He actually stayed in front of him and just made him miss and counterpunched the hell out of him. We didn't see that last night. And you know, the commentary, you know, they kind of made some excuses for him. They told it like it was, though. They said he was getting hit, but yeah, well, you know, he's throwing he's keeping his shot so tight and getting his arms back in so fast. Rigondeaux don't have the opportunity to counter. I don't know. I thought Rigondeaux landed some incredible shots. I thought he did well going to the body. I thought his uppercut was beautiful. Some of them was getting blocked, but they were definitely plenty of them getting in. He's still extremely accurate. I didn't like what I saw on defense, though. I didn't like the strategy either. Now, I know he has a new trainer, so I'm trying to put it all in perspective. That's why I said I really wanted to think about this before I said it. But the more I think about it, the more I'm convinced. It might be. Now, I'm not saying he need to retire immediately, but it's close. And see, here's the thing. I've said this on a couple videos. You know, I ain't no baby. I'm not new to the sport. I didn't just start watching it. Point is, I'm not no baby. And I've seen several fighters deteriorate right before my eyes. Several of them. I've seen fighters go from being champions one day to being shot the next. And I don't want to see that happen to that man. I don't want to see that happen to no fighter. And one of the signs of a shot fighter is the inability to avoid getting hit. That's one of the clear signs. They think they're moving, they think they're getting out of the way, or their body isn't responding in time to get out of the way. And I couldn't help but wonder, is that what I was seeing last night? Perfect example of that, go watch the Muhammad Ali versus Larry Holmes fight. Ali looked like he had boots on with mud in them or something. Just couldn't move. And some of that was conditioning, water pills, whatever. I mean, just do your research, you'll figure out what I'm talking about. But the point is, the man was getting hit by shots that he had no business getting hit by because he shouldn't have been there to be hit. And to put it in perspective, they made a great analogy last night. They brought up a statistic that screams volumes as far as what I saw last night, and I can't get it out of my head. When they said Rigondeaux, the most he's ever been hit in a fight was 80 punches. Now you could say, well, Lomachenko would have broke that if they would have went 12. Okay, that's cool, but that's Lomachenko. The dude he fought last night was not Lomachenko. And he was hit way beyond, I think like 200 something times, I believe. I mean, y'all can fact check that if you want and hit me up in the comment section if I'm wrong. But I know he was hit clearly way more than 80 times. And he might have got hit by that within 3 rounds. He was taking way too much punishment that he did not have to take. And considering I believe he's one of the smartest boxers in the game, why would he stay in like that? You know, and they said at the end he said that he wanted to get some work in. There's other ways of getting work in by standing there and getting pounded on. And you can say, well, you know, he wanted to fight an inside fight. Okay, once again, I've seen him fight guys on the inside and not get hit that many times. So it's only really one conclusion that I have that I can really come up with, and that he looked old to me last night. Now, one thing they do say, the last thing to go is your power. And clearly he showed he still had power last night. But what about the speed? Did we see his speed? I'ma say no. He looked like he was in great shape though, I give him that. But what was the speed? I don't know, like I said, this just some things I wanted to ponder over with my listeners and with anybody that's new. Feel free to jump in the comment section. I welcome anybody to the comment section. You can find me there frequently. I do respond to comments as much as I can. 9 times out of 10, if I don't respond, it's because I'm making a video. And the way I do videos, sometimes they take hours. Sometimes it can take a whole day. Like the video I plan on doing after I knock out these weekend videos from what happened this weekend, probably is going to take me all day or into the night. But anyway, that's pretty much all I got. Am I wrong for saying that is Rigondeaux? I don't want to say washed up, because I don't think he looked washed up, but he just looked too hittable. And that is one clear sign of somebody on their way to being a washed up fighter. But anyway, this is Head Busting Boxing Fight Doctor. Like I said before, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think of the video. Was I off for saying Rigondeaux might need to think about stepping back and retiring, possibly getting into training? Because I think when you got a beautiful mind, as far as boxing goes, maybe that's the thing you want to do, or not. Like I said, let me know. And by the way, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. This is the Fight Doctor. I am out.